Did you know that the terrifying world of The Conjuring is based on real events? The horror you saw on screen is nothing compared to the reality. Today, we're diving deep into 15 shocking facts about the Conjuring universe and the real Annabelle doll that will send shivers down your spine. Let's start with the most iconic figure, Annabelle. Fact number 1, the real Annabelle doll looks nothing like the creepy porcelain doll from the movies. In reality, it's a simple Raggedy Ann doll. It looks innocent, but its story is far from it. This ordinary-looking doll was a gift to a nursing student named Donna in 1970. Soon after, Donna and her roommate Angie noticed the doll would move on its own, changing positions and even rooms when no one was around. Fact 2. The doll didn't just move, it started communicating. Donna and Angie began finding handwritten notes on parchment paper, saying things like, "Help us." The shocking part? They didn't even own parchment paper in their apartment. Desperate and terrified, they contacted a medium. This brings us to fact number 3. The medium told them the doll was possessed by the spirit of a 7-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins, who had died on the property. Feeling sorry for the spirit, Donna gave it permission to inhabit the doll. And that's when things escalated from strange to dangerous. Fact 4. The doll's innocent act was a lie. It wasn't a little girl's spirit, but a demonic entity pretending to be one. This was revealed by Ed and Lorraine Warren, the famous paranormal investigators. They explained that demons don't possess objects, they possess people. The doll was just a channel, a tool to terrorize the girls and eventually possess one of them. Fact 5. The doll actually attacked someone. A friend of the girls, named Lou, always felt a malevolent presence around the doll and warned them to get rid of it. One night, he woke up from a nightmare to find the Annabelle doll on his chest, strangling him until he blacked out. The next day, while preparing for a trip, he heard noises from Donna's room and went to check. He felt a presence behind him, and then a searing pain on his chest. When he looked, he had 7 distinct claw marks, 3 vertical and 4 horizontal, that burned like fire but healed completely within 2 days. Fact 6. The Warrens took the doll for their own safety and for the safety of others. The drive back home was terrifying. Lorraine stated that the car's power steering and brakes failed repeatedly on winding roads, and they were almost involved in several fatal accidents. Ed had to sprinkle the doll with holy water to stop the attacks and make it back home safely. Fact 7. Today, the real Annabelle doll is kept in the Warrens Occult Museum in Connecticut, which is now closed to the public. This is fact number 7. The doll is enclosed in a specially built glass case with signs that say, "Warning, positively, do not open." A priest visits twice a month to bless the doll and the museum to keep the evil contained. Fact number 8. The museum itself is considered one of the most haunted places in the world. It housed hundreds of cursed and haunted objects collected by the Warrens over their long career, including a shadow doll that can appear in your dreams and stop your heart, and a demonic idol found in the deep woods of Connecticut. Now let's move on to the films. Fact number 9. The first Conjuring movie is based on the real-life haunting of the Perron family in Harrisville, Rhode Island in 1971. The family of 7 moved into a farmhouse and immediately began experiencing paranormal activity. The spirits were mostly harmless at first, but one, in particular, was pure evil. Fact 10. The most malevolent spirit was that of Bathsheba Sherman. She was a real person who lived on the property in the 19th century and was accused of being a witch who sacrificed a baby to Satan. She cursed the land so that anyone who tried to live there would suffer. Carolyn Perron, the mother, was the main target of Bathsheba's torment, which culminated in a real-life exorcism that was so traumatic, the Warrens were asked to leave. Fact 11. The production of the Conjuring films was plagued by strange and unsettling events. During the filming of the first movie, the real Perron family visited the set. At that moment, a strong gust of wind suddenly whipped through the set, while the trees outside remained perfectly still. At the exact same time, Carolyn Perron, who had stayed at home in Atlanta, felt a dark presence and had a bad fall, breaking her hip. Fact 12. The creepiness continued on the set of The Conjuring 2. A priest was brought in to bless the set before filming began due to the dark nature of the story. Director James Wan reported seeing an unsettling, tall, dark figure in a corner of his office late one night. Even the actors experienced strange phenomena, like curtains moving on their own in their hotel rooms. 13. The Conjuring 2 is based on another famous case, the Enfield poltergeist in England. This case involved the Hodgson family, particularly the two young sisters, Janet and Margaret. From 1977 to 1979, they were tormented by a poltergeist that caused furniture to move, levitated the children, and even spoke through Janet using a deep, gravelly voice. Fact 14. The voice that spoke through Janet Hodgson claimed to be Bill Wilkins, the man who had died in the house years earlier. Recordings of this voice exist, and they are absolutely bone-chilling. While many skeptics claim the girls were faking it, the sheer volume of evidence, including photographs of Janet levitating, makes the Enfield case one of the most documented and debated paranormal events in history. And finally, fact number 15. Lorraine Warren's involvement in both the Perron and Enfield cases was real, but the movies took creative liberties. The Warrens were just two of the many investigators who looked into the Enfield case, and their role was much smaller than depicted in the film. However, their contribution to the field of paranormal investigation is undeniable, and their case files have provided the terrifying inspiration for this entire cinematic universe. So, from a simple-looking doll to haunted farmhouses and poltergeist-infested homes, the real stories behind The Conjuring are far more complex and frightening than any movie could ever portray. The next time you watch one of these films, remember the real people who lived through these nightmares. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more chilling stories.